Hi everyone, and welcome to our daily show, The Big Story, where we bring you the hottest topics of the day right here in the heart of the newsroom. My name is Alyssa Wu, and I'm coming to you live from the Straits Times. We are streaming right now on Facebook and YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, do click that bell button to be notified whenever we go live. I will be joined very shortly by my newsroom colleagues to discuss the topics that got you talking today. This afternoon, on the 22nd anniversary of Hong Kong's handover to mainland China from the British, protesters in Hong Kong broke into the Legislative Council building. Protesters had also seized key roads in the city's Wang Chai district earlier this morning. Currently, the Hong Kong administration, protesters remain in a deadlock over the proposed extradition bill, which has been suspended indefinitely. The morning's protest resulted with riot police using pepper spray and batons on some groups of protesters. I have here with me my colleague and East Asia Editor Sui Noi to discuss the current situation in Hong Kong. Hi Sui Noi. Why are the Hong Kong protests turning violent?
This is because Hong Kong's protesters, especially the young protesters, think that peaceful rallies are not very useful. They don't seem to be getting them anywhere. So this was the case in 2014 during the 79-day Occupy Central movement. This movement ended without the protesters getting what they wanted. And again, protesters saw this happening in
this year,
in that March, on June 9th, that's right. Yes, so that day, more than 1 million Hong Kongers went to the streets to protest against the extradition bill. And on that same evening, the Hong Kong government put out a statement to say that the bill will be debated at the Legislative Council as planned. Yeah. So this was why on June 12th, when protesters surrounded the Legislative Council to prevent the debate on the bill, some of the protesters at the front line charged the police to attempt to enter the building. Right, these protesters did not come looking for outright violence, but they did provoke the police. Right, and what happened was the police then fired tear gas and rubber bullets at the protesters. And this confrontational tactic that these protesters had adopted seemed to have worked. It provoked the police to use force, and on June 15th, the government then announced the suspension of the bill.
So it has worked, so them using violence has worked. But what would happen if these protesters start to overplay their hand?
Yes, there is indeed a possibility that the protesters could overplay their hand. So this is especially so if the Hong Kong government decides not to accede to any of the requests or demands of the protesters, chief of which is the withdrawal of the bill completely, instead of just suspending it and then waiting for it to expire with the end of the current Legislative Council term next year, right? So if clashes with the police take place with each new protest, Beijing may decide to act. They may decide to send in reinforcements to beef up the Hong Kong police's capacity. And this is actually a possibility because Bernard Chan, the top advisor to the Chief Executive Carrie Lam, last month did hint at this. He said that Hong Kong people would not want to see outside forces coming in to maintain law and order in Hong Kong.
Well, thank you, Sui Noi. For viewers to keep updated on the Hong Kong protests, do continue to visit straitstimes.com and watch The Big Story.